Hey, busy crafters. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you're returning. My name is Jessica, and it's that time of month again where our imaginations go crazy. That's right. It's the Just Our Imagination collaboration hosted by Kathy Joe with Kathy Joe DIYs, as well as Brenda with Rustic and Lace DIYs, the lovely May with Craft Away with May. She was one of the winners, as well as yours truly. The links to them will be in the description box below and the playlist, so go on over and give everybody some love. So now on to project number 1. This is a must-use item. That is the must-use item. And it was crazy. May chose this one. I was like panicking because the item that I chose, I was going to do it anyways, but we'll get to that. This was a air freshener spray can, and I did not know what to do, and so I just started winging it. I came up with an idea and I started winging it, and I had no idea what I was doing, but I think it turned out pretty nice after all. My oldest son came over and I was telling him the items, and he's like, "What are you supposed to do with a spray can?" And I was like, "This." And I showed him, and he says, and I quote, "Oh, that is dope." So apparently it has a 23-year-old man's approval, which is fine by me. That is absolutely amazing, and that's a win for me that he approved of it. So what I do is I take this crazy wonky Febreze bottle air freshener thing, and I wrap it in off-white or ivory fabric. Then I take that other piece of fabric and then I just start tearing it apart. And then when I take those, they were a little too long, so I just cut them in half. And they were kind of shredding a little bit, which I kind of liked that look, so I wasn't mad about that at all. And then here's where I'm cutting them in half. Now, I forgot to hit the record button, but that rope right there that you see, I put that around where her waist is going to be. And then I just put all of that fluffy, try to give it a little bit of depth instead of just being like, boom, a straight shot. So then I got that fabric for $1.99 at the store 99. It used to be the 99-cent store, and then they rebranded, and now it's the store 99. They have a lot more stuff in there, a little more higher price stuff, but so worth it. They did a good job with their rebranding. It's not as bad, it's they got some pretty nice stuff in there, and I'm not mad about it at all. So what I do is I just go ahead and wrap the red lace around. Now, I had a choice because I have the same lace, but it's in turquoise, and so I was going to do turquoise, but I just really like red. Like, red is one of my favorite colors. Turquoise is there's not a color that I don't like, to tell you the truth. So my living room has touches of red in it. My dining room is red, and so is my kitchen. This is going to go into my living room because I have a little seat that my mom bought me a long time ago. When my sister and my grandmother and my grandfather passed away within 10 months of each other, she bought me this little thing, and it was, the little saying, I can't remember right off the top of my head, but the little saying was about how we always keep a seat open for the ones that are not with us anymore. And with that, I have my Christmas angels around that little plaque with the little rocking chair on it. It's really adorable. And so this is why I made her red, because she's going to go next to my other angels, next to that seat. Yes, I'm making an angel. And I go ahead and put a silver cross around her neck. I got those crosses from Hobby Lobby this year. Yeah, I believe it was this season. And then I just go ahead and put her little head at the tip of that really weird, thing right there. Yeah. And at first, I was like, oh, well, we could still use this as a spray bottle. That's pretty cool. But until I put the wings on, and then the wings won't let it spray. So I do something to cover that up. And this is me where I take the rope, and I'm just making her little arms. They are going to be in the praying motion. So I was going to put beads on it And see, right now it looks a little weird because her head is way forward and you have that, bump in the back. And yeah, I covered it all up. And it actually this project turns out absolutely beautiful, in my opinion, especially where it is going to be going. Yeah. And then I was like, oh, she needs a little sleeve. So I go ahead and I put little sleeves around her arms to make it look like, that she's not just walking around in like a tank top. An angel in a tank top. But yeah, and I just like, they're like kind of like triangle-ish, and then they went down into the roundness. So it looks like actual sleeves. And then this is the wings. I got those wings from my mom a long time ago, like decades ago. And yeah, I just put that on in the back. They do have like a silver glitter on the bottom of the wings, and then yeah. And then the angels that I have around that little chair are blonde. So I decided to just go with, black. And then right there, I'm covering a bead in the black yarn. And that's going to be her little bun. And yeah, I'm not going to make you guys, see the whole thing. And then I just leave a little bit of that. I don't do the whole thing because that's not going to be seen. And it has something that the glue can hang on to. And then that's me making her little bun. And then I'm painting because of all the glue. You can see the glue. So I just paint her head so you don't see the glue. And it worked out pretty good. I mean, it worked out not too shabby, to tell you the truth. And then, oh, right here, I had put a little silver band around it to make it look like her hair is being held up. And then I just put a little red bead or gem on the scrunchy part. And then right here is her little halo. And I didn't want that part to be seen. So I just take a piece of silver glittery card stock. And I just wrap it around to make it look like, her collar. This video almost didn't happen because it became so stressful. And it's not because of the items. It's not because of the projects. It's because I decided to be frugal and not overbuy. And yeah. Yeah, so always overbuy. Because I had to stop in the middle of the project, drive down the mountain, and it took me a good 2-3 hours of not being able to do anything, and that's going to be on the next one. This one went smoothly. And then there's my little praying angel. I think she turned out absolutely gorgeous. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And this is the one where my son was all like, oh, that's dope, Mom. Because you really can't tell that it's an air freshener spray can. And then there's the little scrunchie with the little gem. So cute. Yeah, I like the way she turned out. Not too shabby. Anyways, on to project number 2. This one is the must-use items, is the Q-tips. So here I am. I'm dipping a bunch of Q-tips into my apple barrel or acrylic paint, and it's called Bright Yellow. And this one was a little bit more excruciating than it was. Now, with this idea, I saw it, and I wanted to do it, and I was going to do it anyways. And when they said, hey, you're the winner, by my, absolute delighted surprise, that's why I was so quick with saying, oh, Q-tips, because I was already going to do this project. And they chose me to win. So thank you again, Kathy Jo, for that, and Brenda. I really appreciate that. And congratulations to May, because she was the second winner, because she made a beautiful angel in the last one. And then I just go ahead and I take that fishbowl planter thingy-majiggy, whatever you want to call it, and I put in a little Christmas tree and a little bush that has a little bit of snow on it, and then I painted a little wooden snowman, and then I dump some faux snow in there. Faux snow is cool. Real snow, not so much. I don't like it. And then I just take these 2 foam balls and I'm going to put them down. Now, this is where I did not overbuy. I should have, but I was trying to save money. I was trying to be frugal. I really was trying. And that I got off of Amazon. And I ordered it a while ago. And I did not realize that it was 10 sheets. So I realized it was 10 sheets, but I did not realize that just that small top ball was going to take all 10 sheets and leave the bottom foam ball completely naked. So this is where I was like, oh my goodness, I don't have enough. I have nothing to, go with. I had to go to 2 stores and went to Walmart, which it's literally like 45 minutes to an hour off this mountain, just depending on the traffic. Yeah, mountain has traffic, go figure that. And there's the little poinsettia, or poinsettia. And then this is where the Q-tips come in place. I just go ahead and cut off 3 little tips of the Q-tips that I've already pre-painted. And then I put them in the center of the poinsettia. Yeah. And I think it turned out absolutely cute. So right here I got a little smarter. The first flower I did not cut all the way down to. So that's why it looks kind of wonky there. This one I cut all the way down so that way I could go ahead and put them together. So here I am just forming them into a poinsettia. After I got done with the first ball, I was almost in tears because I was all like, I don't know what to do. I have no more foam. Amazon will not be here in time for Monday for today, And then, so we had to go off the mountain. And these ones are self-adhesive, which worked out a lot. I went to Walmart and they had pink and they had blue. And I was like, oh my goodness, are you serious? And then, they had the alien one too. So I'm pretty sure I could have probably did poinsettias in alien, but yeah, I just didn't want to. So these ones I found at Michael's. They were $4.99 for 15 pack. And so I overbought. I have 2 packs of red and 2 packs of white. I decided to go with the white because if I did the red on top was sparkly and everything. So I was trying to break up all the red. And this is why I am now here going ahead and forming the flower into the poinsettia. And then I show again that there is Q-tips. And then I just go ahead and put them in there. And then glue them down. This took a lot longer than I expected. I think it would have been fine if I didn't have to run off the mountain to go buy supplies. And then there is this little snow globe poinsettia topiary. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Even though it was excruciating and I was on the verge of tears, I think it turned out absolutely cute. You don't have to do this. I only did it because of the Q-tips and I wanted to try it anyways. But you could go and get, the flowers from Dollar Tree or, whatever. I want to take a moment to thank every single one of my subscribers. I appreciate every single one of you guys from the bottom of my heart. You guys mean so much to me. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. It's free to you and it really helps me out and it pushes out to YouTube that you like my content. Okay, now on to project number 3. Now this one is the foam board. And this one too, I ran out of supplies. And so I had to wing it. It ended up turning out, pretty cute, not too shabby. It wasn't my vision, but I think it might have been just a little bit better than my vision in the first place. So Dollar Tree my Dollar Trees did not have the foam board for $1.25. So no, I had to go to Walmart and spend $6 on this miniature foam board that's like a folder, like a trifold. And I just go ahead and cut out I'm shaping out a Christmas tree. So if I didn't make this tree so big, I would have had more supplies. Maybe next time if I decide to do this again, which I probably might because the first one turned out kind of cute. This one I did 14 inches. If I went down to maybe 11 inches, I probably would have had enough supplies. And so now I am just going ahead and cutting it out. Now the reason why that I'm not so mad about having to spend a little bit more money on the trifold is because I was going to cut out 2 shapes anyways and have to cut one in half. With the trifold, I didn't have to cut in half because it was already cut in half. So I'm now going all the way through it and yeah, there we go. Right now I'm just going ahead and cleaning up the little areas or getting the little areas out. So now I don't have to cut that one in half because they already came cut because of the type of foam board that I bought. So this was Kathy Jo's. Kathy Jo wanted the foam board. Craft Away with May wanted the air freshener can. I did the Q-tips and Brenda did straws. Yeah, Brenda and Kathy Jo apparently were a little bit nicer this month. Everybody was not too happy with the Q-tips and the spray can. But this is a collaboration full of many talented and wonderful creative people, and I have total faith in them that they are going to do just fine and that their projects are going to turn out absolutely gorgeous and amazing and unique. So I believe in you guys. Every single one of you guys in this playlist rock. And I just adore all of you guys. So now I'm just going ahead and putting this tree together. I do glue it all down, and then I do put some masking tape in there because I don't want the tree to fall apart. But after all the stuff that I put on it, I'm pretty sure it's not going to fall apart at all. So after I get done with this, I bought 5 of the 9.5 spools or whatever of the nautical rope. The jute nautical rope. Yeah, so that's all glued down and ready to go. So that's 9.5 feet. Now, this tree used up all 5 of them, and I still did not have enough. And once again, I was on the verge of tears because I have just been, totally stressed out, these past couple of weeks. And so, yeah, it seems like any little thing is going to set me off into tears. And I'm not one that likes to cry, and I sure in the heck don't like to cry in front of people. So I hold it all in. But here I am. I ran out. So that first little part was the top. And then I start going around it with the second. What I did is when it stopped, they each have tape on them. I glued them together and then put more tape on them to keep them together. And then I glued the bottom rope to the top rope so that way they didn't see. I'm showing you guys here. I glued them together, and then when it's good enough to stick, I take some clear tape and I just tape it around again, and then I put a bead of hot glue on the top rope. Well, first I'm doing it on the sides, and I was like, no, you gotta do it on the top too. See right there, I was like, yep, gotta do it on the top too. So that way, because that rope doesn't go all the way, I want it to be able to hold up. So then I'm just going ahead and spinning it around and spinning it around. And at first I thought, oh, I will have enough. I will have enough. Yeah, I didn't. I should have made the tree smaller, or I once again should have overbought. So then I found these white ropes in there, and it totally messed up the thought pattern that I had for this tree. And so I had to go a completely different route. And then I do the trunk with my brown macrame cord. So originally what I was going to do is, if I had enough nautical rope, I was going to go all the way down, and then right now I'm burning off all the little fuzzies because it did take a different route. I bought that little rusted star for this tree and I put on top. What I was going to do is get those little wooden cutouts like the Santa and the reindeer and the stocking and stuff like that. I was going to stain them, and then I was just going to place them all over the tree to make it look rustic. But because that white rope, I didn't think that would look good, so I just take some of these wooden flowers that I got from my aunt. I did a cream color, a purple, and a gray. And I just put 3 of them kind of like in the wave on each side of it. So there's 12 roses on there, or 12 flowers. And these are those wooden Sela flowers, I think it is. Yeah. And then I just keep the same pattern, the white, purple, gray, and that's what I did all the way around the bottom of the tree. And then, yeah, let me know what you think of this one. I ran out and I had to compromise because that's what we do. But I think it turned out pretty cute. It's more like rustic meets elegance and stuff like that. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. What would you guys do different? And also let me know which one's your favorite one so far. We do have one more though. So go ahead and follow me on all of my social medias. The descriptions to them will be in the links to them will be in the description box below. So on to the last project number 4. And this is Brenda's straws. So I ordered these off of Amazon. These straws are pretty sturdy, not too shabby at all. And once again, this project took on a totally different aesthetic as well. I was going to make a candle holder, but I decided not to. Something told me not to, and so I decided not to. And so I just take some of these straws, I glue them together, and I glue them to a small round wood piece. Now that wood piece I got from Amazon, it's in like the coaster part, the coaster section. And so I go ahead and do that. But when I do it, I only go halfway around the entire round. So at first I was going to go all the way around it to make a candle holder. And then something told me don't do that, do something else. And that's what I did. So here I am doing a half round. And they're pretty sturdy. Like they're glued together. The straws were really sturdy. And then I just go ahead and paint it in my chalk paint black from Hello Hobby. Now what I did is I put a little hook on the bottom of the inside, and then I put the ball on top of that, and I hot glued it down. So the hook or the ball ain't going nowhere. And then I take my white poinsettias that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I placed them all around. Now they're mostly the poinsettias or poinsettias. I found out that I was saying it wrong this whole time. Yeah, there's probably a lot of words that I say wrong. But I'm me, that's who I am, this is the way I talk. I say things over and over again, and I'm sorry if it aggravates you or bugs you, but I don't go by script. I just start talking, and this is how I do my voiceovers. You're getting the real me. So now that I got enough poinsettias that I have on there that I like, I go ahead and take these berries that I got from my mom a long time ago as well, and I start placing them everywhere. The berries, you could barely see some of them. They're kind of flimsy. They're not glued down because I might go back and try to change them out for something else. But for this video's sake, it turned out cute anyways. And then I needed something else. I wanted a little bit more greenery in there. So I take a pick that I got from Joann's last year. Yeah. And they're pines. Yeah. And then I just go ahead and I think I'm doing the pine now. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. They wouldn't fit in there, so I had to take a back of a paintbrush and put a little hole in and then glue those pine branches in there. And then I guess you could call this a shelf filler. Because I don't know. So then I have that little lantern that lights up, and then you just hang it from there. And it turned out pretty cute. This was totally different from what I was going for, but I mean, I like it. It's not too shabby at all. It's quite lovely. And you can make 2 of them and put them on either side of your bookcases or even your mantle. Yeah, I just call it a little shelf filler instead of shelf filler. Something to take up empty space. So now here is to the final review of all 4 projects with all 4, must-use items. There's my spray can. She turned out pretty. The prettiest spray can I've ever seen. There is my Q-tips in the poinsettias. And there is the foam board turned into a lovely, elegant, rustic Christmas tree. And there is my straws also turned into something quite lovely and elegant. Again, I want to thank Kathy Jo with Kathy Jo DIYs, Brenda with Rustic and Lace DIYs for having me as one of your co-hosts. Congratulations to the wonderful, beautiful May. I appreciate this collaboration, and you ladies are so special to me. Again, thank you so much for clicking on this channel. Thank you for watching this video. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I am trying to get to 2,000 subscribers by whenever I do. I appreciate you guys, and until I see you on the next one, God bless you. Bye.